Sorry, I'm just like staring at my laptop, which is like staring back at me, judgingly. Hi y'all, I'm Angela. Today is day 20 of Camp NaNoWriMo, and I'm gonna be holding Missy the cat because she is super extra, and otherwise she gets really mad. I'm back in sort of vloggy-ish space, which generally means that the writing is not going great. It is about noon, and I have 60 words. One thing I do think I'm doing a pretty good job of is being kind to myself and not giving up on the day. Like, there have been several times, starting with really last night, where I was very tempted to like write off the day, and I haven't, so that is good. I feel like I've done a really good job sort of reclaiming my space and my productivity, and that is all good. There's also been a lot of procrastination, which has to do with the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing. Basically, I stand by the idea that like my outline was not ready, was intrinsically flawed, that the stuff that I was doing before was not gonna work, and all of that. But what is then happening is that my Scrivener file is turning into this like unorganized hellscape in which I have like 30,000 words randomly, and like, yeah, it's a mess. My impulse at this moment is to start like organizing it. But the catch-22 is that if I'm organizing it, then that's not words. So then I'm doing all of this writing, but I'm not getting any of the reward or the things that I need to be getting done, according to Nano. Which is obviously the downside of this whole thing. So yeah, that's where I am. I didn't write yesterday because I'd already lost the stupid 21-day badge, so I was like, whatever. And I do think taking a day off was useful. I guess I will figure something out. I still like this project. I'm more excited about the direction it's going in. I think that the things that I am doing are helpful, but I have no idea how to do this in a way that doesn't A, completely screw over future me by just leaving her with like 50,000 words of hell to sort through, and B, is like actually useful. At least I've identified my antagonist. So yeah. I will, one hopes, manage to get 1,511 words, which is what I need, and then I will be checking back in with y'all.
I mean, say what you will about the writing process itself, but like the current setup is pretty sweet, so at least there's that.
All right, it has been a couple of hours, mid-afternoonish now, and I got my word count, so that is very exciting. Basically, what I worked on was I was planning on doing some like building out for this one character, but I realized that I needed to figure out sort of timeline stuff first because I needed to figure out how long she'd been in like the job she'd been in and stuff. So I spent a good amount of words sort of building out timeline stuff, which was desperately needed. And that feels good too because like while it's a little bit messy, it's not hugely messy. And then also doing some like world building, thinking out this religion that I'm very invested in one of the characters practicing, and like figuring out the various different like theological schisms, which is probably objectively not necessary for this story, but it's something that I'm weirdly invested in, so I'm going with it. Overall, I'm definitely still feeling like kind of ambivalent about basically everything. On the one hand, I feel like I made really good progress today. On the other hand, I am still increasingly apprehensive about the dumpster fire that is my Scrivener file. I mean, I'm what, like less than 3 weeks away from school stuff starting up again, and that's outside of all of the lesson planning and all the other stuff that I want to be doing. So yeah, I don't know, I'm getting a little bit nervous about time in terms of writing. I've also started really wanting to work on Project Harper again and like make those edits, and I'm actually genuinely excited for those. So I'm both simultaneously feeling like more squeezed for time and like I'm just sort of wasting time, and then also I'm like a little bit nervous that I haven't like used my summer to relax in any sort of way, although what that would have looked like, I'm not quite sure. Definitely overthinking everything, trying not to do that, but the good news is that I am making some sort of progress, and this is a project that I believe in, and yeah. Let me know how your writing adventures are going down in the comments. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the little thumbs up. If you are curious about my fate, feel free to subscribe. And as always, be well and happy writing.